Hi guys. Mulishani, how are you? Twafuma mkutamba ba. Just from watching by JJ Banda. Let me see if it's still there. Yeah, Mwandini. I think live we are. Okay. Yeah, his live has ended. All right. How are you people? Mulishani. Share. Join in. We were watching by JJ Banda, Honorable JJ Banda, former MP Petauke. Yeah, Wandini. A lot is going on, as usual. Akunakolala. Yes, so we are here, guys. Chiwempala Market burnt. Emma headlines. And then there's reports of gassing Kulusaka. Yaba. Gassing in Lusaka. So a lot is going on, guys. Share, invite people. Na fifule efire chitika muchalo cha Zambia. We have just been watching by JJ Banda, so let me see. We'll get started in a little bit. Just share, invite people. And you can join the panel on TikTok if you want to discuss. Comments below, guys. Where are you watching me from? Comments. Write something in the comment section so Facebook can boost our page. TikTok. Power tap per TikTok. Write something, guys. Where are you watching me from? Good evening, Drew. Good to see you. Chiten share mwe wantu wakwalesa. Share, power tap. We are looking a lot of things, guys. I shouldn't even be happy. Today marks 5 months since His Excellency Edgar Lungu died. 5 months mwe wantu wakwalesa. 5 months and no burial in sight. Eish. Jesus. So 5 months, guys. It's a sad day to officially have 5 months since Edgar Lungu died. No burial. You can share. I want to talk with Tamalaiti, but if you share, people can watch when they have time. So just share. We are going to discuss developing stories. Yeah. I was watching Honorable JJ Banda, so a lot of important things were said there. So Abena Solwezi, good to see you. Dismas, where are you watching us from? Share, 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 share. Mule tutambira kuisabe na. Okay, Oscar Piri, good to see you. Humphrey Msonda, good to see you. DRGK1, I see you. Yeah, so guys, today is 5 months since Edgar Lungu died. 5 months, okay? Kwangara. It's serious, guys. Yeah. Hi, Bamtukuzi. Abena kabamwishani. Yeah. So 5 months since Balungu died. Chiwempala market burnt. Gassing in Lusaka. We are going back. Same old things that happened in 2021. Voter registration extension denied. Nabakana. They have refused to extend the voter registration exercise. Vasumujo, Mama Chikamonika didn't teach me. I was raised in Kitwe. I am a Kitwe woman. I went to school at Kitwe Primary. I started school at Kalulushi Primary, grade 1, Nambire Kalushi Primary. And then I went to Kitwe Primary and I went to Helen Kaunda. So I am a Kopara girl, okay? No one has taught me to speak Bemba, but because of the Kaunda philosophy of one Zambia, one nation, my parents, even though they were Lozi Tonga, they lived and worked on the copper belt. So I know Bemba because I was born in Mazabuka, but I started school, all my education, I had it on the copper belt. So that's how I know my Bemba, is because of one Zambia, one nation, where Kaunda had Zambian live everywhere. He brought unity. So myself, I speak Bemba because I went to school in Kitwe. And when I graduated, I started working. I lived in Indola, so I'm a copper belt person. That's why I know Bemba. Yeah. Don't assume anything. So voter registration has been denied. We have a few days. Kalulushi, yes, that's my town. Where Janet, I started school. I started school in Kalulushi. DRK1. I'm not a Bemba. I am a Lozi Tonga. I am Ndirimutongo Umapanga Yawajankata. Kina mulozwa kwase sheki. Kuwonda teki kwase sheki. Kwa hai. But since I was 5 years old, I've lived in the copper belt. So yeah, so I lived, my family moved to the copper belt since I think I was 4 years old. So I lived in the copper belt since I'm 4 years. until my 30s, and then I came to the USA. So that's why I know Bemba, and all my friends are Bemba. Like all my friends, they have been Bemba. In high school, all my friends were from Luapula. Judith Malama, Jacqueline Mutare, everybody Yabanand. So you see, even in college, my friends were from Luapula. Jackie Mutale, Judith Malama, Mary Walia. You know, it's funny about your Mamachka Monica. I had a friend who her name was Mary Walia. So yeah, so all my friends, they have all been women from Luapula, starting from high school. What is that? I had a Maureen Yerenda was my friend. So all my friends, they have always been from Luapula. And then I had a friend from Eastern. But yeah, so you see, so that's me. You know, all my friends, they have been from Luapula. And one girl from Judith Malama. Remember Judith Malama, she passed away. Yes, so Judith Malama, she was a headmistress, Kukitwe. She passed away, so she was a very good friend of mine. Jacqueline Mutale, she passed away a long time ago. So, you know, all my connections, even in my adult life, you know. Mary Walia, I had another friend called Mary Walia. Not the Mamachka Monica, but her name was Mary Walia. She was from Luapula. So anyway, guys, topics today. Chiwempala market is burnt. And sad news, 5 months since ECL died. I want to ask Mema. Yes, I had a friend from, also my other friend, she was from Zambezi, and another friend from Solwezi. So I've never really had like a Lozi friend. No. I've never had a Tonga friend or a Lozi friend. But I am Tonga and Lozi, all my friends, Bakuruapula, like all my friends, literally. They are high school Wapula friends. Charity Banda was another friend of mine. I don't know where she is now. You know. So, I am Zambian. That's it. It doesn't matter what tribe you are. We are all Zambian. We are one. The one Zambia, one nation. So that's that about me. I got sidetracked because somebody was just saying to me that Mamachka Monica taught me Bemba. I'm like, no. I was born in Mazabuka, but I've lived on the Copper Belt since I was 4 years old. Okay? So I've lived on the Copper Belt since I was 4 years old. So that is my life history. Everything. All my life, I've been a copper belt woman. Went to school there, married there, worked there. Now I'm in the States. So that is my life history. I am a copper belt, copper la queen. That's why I have a passion for the mines and what is going on in the country, because you know, copper drives our economy. So everyone from the Copper Belt is very in tune with what is happening in the country. You know, like if you see all the politicians or the advocates, most of them, they have a foundation, they have roots in the Copper Belt. Because, you know, copper is what drives our economy. So if you are from the Copper Belt, we are very much in tune with what is happening in the country. Even to remove the Kenneth Kaunda, the engine, the people who started the movement to remove Kenneth Kaunda, it was the Copper Belt. So, Awena Copper Belt, Tuari Skefi Parakasa, we know how things work. Tuari Posa kwa mano sana, because that everything happens on the Copper Belt. Although even now, Northwestern province is kind of like the new copper belt. We have seen a few youths coming strong in Northwestern, and this is what we'd like to encourage. You know, the youths in Northwestern, they need to wake up, because I think besides copper belt, Northwestern is producing most of the wealth of the country. But there is nothing to show for all the wealth that is being extracted in the Northwestern province. So, abena Northwestern mufire mwashibuka. So we were watching JJ Banda, guys. If you haven't watched JJ Banda, you know, YouTube deletes the videos. Sometimes I'm a video yalaluba. I'm going to download that video of JJ Banda. I said a lot of important information, and a lot of people were watching the show. Over maybe 1,300 people were live there. So that's quite a huge number of people watching. But he shared critical information there. Critical information when it was shared there on JJ's live. So let me just share and then we get started. I want to talk about some of the things that JJ shared on his live. I'm just sharing and then we'll get started. Share. Of course, we are still recovering from the Tanzania massacre. Yeah, so that is something we have to recover. Yeah. The Tanzania massacre, you know, na iyashi nali fina. Hello, thank you. How's your day? How's your day? Come say hi. Give a full wave. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, guys. So Tanzania massacre. She didn't share. Atamlech to share. But TikTok. Okay, we have some likes on TikTok. But Facebook, you are too quiet. Mule tambafi. You are too quiet. But Facebook, what's happening? Mule sad. Kukosa. Akuna kulala. Yeah, alamwandini. It's depressing. Ili ashtua chufa pali ba JJ Banda page. Awe kuchua ba depressing mwandi. I don't even know where to start from, but you know, the main thing is this impasse, the barrio yaba ECO mweban to 5 months. 5 months no barrio. 5 months no barrio mweban to bakwalesa. We have heard things to Hello, our proudly Zambian. Thanks for joining. Nishi muledia, penny kwefyo muledia.
Yeah. I'm a carrot. See.
Oh no, you don't look like you're eating carrot food. You look happy eating carrots. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh,
because you know that when at this extent now with the body growing big and huge and things
I
like that.
know.
So when you eat carrot,
Age
you
is
say,
catching up.
"Wow,
Yeah.
thank God,
Age is
thank
catching
God."
up. So we gotta watch our diet.
Yes. When you go over 50, you look at now. You are supposed to. I was telling my friends here in Italy. I said, "Ma, you guys have reached the age of enjoying vinegar."
And the garlic and lemons.
Lemon and vinegar and vegetables and salads and
Tell me about it.
you
My
see.
daughters are like, Mommy, you tamubika salt mufia kudia.
No.
What happened? You're
So
not putting salt in your food. I'm like, sit there, you.
yes, you see, so that's my
Yeah.
age now. I've reached that
Yeah.
extent, my dear.
Yeah.
We are that extent of people who love now. For our colleagues who are watching us, vinegar is an English word. But muchiremba tolanda okulya ifishikisa katwishinga fishikisa abakalamba balebula efishikisa babika mu isabi
I
ino
know.
nalekana ati wetetindi efi ati besabi mwabikamu
I
isabi
know.
kubika mu salad ati awe ine mwembikira mu salad mbikiremu efishikisa. So I was asking myself, but why was my dad saying, don't put salad in the fish for me? Please put ifishikisa vinegar. Put vinegar. No, Mbaba to unbox to understand Vapumor. We
We
now
are there.
understand.
We are there. Today, if section lemon in Dimu. Ulumanda, I wish I was in Zambia. Can just feel Ulumanda.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how are you?
I'm good, It's mixed feelings, the burning of Chiwempala market, 5 months ECL is not buried, the Tanzania massacre, the gassing in Lusaka has been reported, and ECZ has rejected to extend the voter registration.
Yeah.
So
On all those that you have talked about, I think we are going to speak. I myself, I will continue speaking. It doesn't matter whether President Hakainde Hichilema is going to listen or not. What is important for me is to speak. So, voter registration must be extended. Bill 7 must be aborted and postponed for anyone who is going to win the elections maybe next year, and especially that the delimitation it inquires. I understood that the delimitation needs that is supposed to pass 10 years. So the last year was in 2016, and now we need now to go for 2026. So 2026 legally, that is the year which is ideal to do the delimitation process. If President Hakainde Hichilema want to do the delimitation this year, I think, like all the time people have been saying, our president does not listen. President Hakainde Hichilema doesn't listen to the people. The first person who started saying these words was Bishop Pumpund, Emeritus of Lusaka, the Bishop of Emeritus of Lusaka, Bishop Mpundu, who supported Hakainde Hichilema. Bishop Mpundu fought for President Hakainde Hichilema. Like Pomulo, my sisters, you just know, and many colleagues, those people who are listening to us, those who are on TikToks, you know that I'm not ashamed to say that, to say this or to mention this on the platform, on a public platform. I supported President Hakainde Hichilema, but I did not support this behavior. What I supported was value addition, the respect of the rule of law, the respect of the Constitution, 24 hours of business in Zambia, freedom of expression, speech, movement, and freedom of protest. And then accountability. All this there and many other things that President Hakainde Hichilema spoke to me and he told us, and that's why I supported him. But today I'm the same person. Some people would say that, don't you feel ashamed? You supported him, now you don't support him. No, I don't feel ashamed. I supported what President Hakainde Hichilema told me. He told not only me, but many Zambian people. Many people who are really extinguished as citizens of the Republic of Zambia. He convinced us, indeed, he did. He did convince us. Did he do it deliberately, knowing that it was not going to be the right thing or the correct thing to do? I don't know. How I wish I can ask this question to him. Why did you do it? Did you do it deliberately to pull our legs, or you did it, or because what is happening is because of the many problems that you are facing? I don't know. I don't know exactly what can be the answer to that. But my dear sister Bapumulo, I'm one of the people who are very sad. I've been embarrassed. I accept the embarrassment. And that's why I continue speaking. I'm not going to stop. I've embarked myself in this process of speaking on what the politics are concerned in our country, is because I was very much touched by the word of Michael Sata Chilufya when he called in the public that you people who are learned, you are cowards. You are the worst cowards. And that word touched me very much because God allowed me to be exposed in Europe and in many countries. I've been in Asia, I've been in America, I've been in Europe, I've been in Africa. I've not been in Australia, the only continent where I've never been, in Australia. And I've learned a lot of things. So I bless God that He has given me this opportunity to be exposed to many countries and continents. So I reckon that I'm so fortunate. I'm one of the people who are so fortunate, coming from a very simple town in Kitwe and being exposed to be flying around Europe, America, Asia, and Southern America as well. So that's why I come here and I will speak. I'll continue speaking. I cherish your platform because you have been speaking to defend Pomulo. You have been speaking to defend the less privileged. You have been speaking to defend the women, to defend the families. I envy your courage. How you get the time. How you get the time.
Oh my God.
How you get the time to do all what you do without being paid. You are not paid. Nobody pays you. I am not paid by nobody as well, but I would say that it is part of my vocation, is my choice. I chose to speak for the people. President Michael Sata touched me because he was saying, bonse twalikwate talanta bonse twalikwate talanta ine talanta lyandi kulandira kw'abantu nangu abantu abakwata kalimba ine nshabikepo akalimba nalanda ti naine nalikwate talanta italanta lyandi lyakulandira kw'abantu pantu enchito lesa mpela. The job that I chose in this world is to speak not only for myself, but to speak for the less privileged. And for that reason, we are not scared. I am not scared of prison. I am not scared of being killed for the sake of speaking for the many Zambians who do not have this opportunity. Mapomolo. And all the Zambian people are listening to me. We are speaking because we are privileged. I'm not better than anybody in Zambia. I'm not better than the so-called, the people that in Zambia you call them junkies. Who I personally, I don't call them junkies. I call them young people and young men and women who are less privileged. They don't have the parents to look for them, to take charge, to take responsibility of their lives. These young men and women, they end up in the streets, and when they end up in the streets, they have to do the mechanism of survival of the fittest. And these young people, men and women, they can eat rubbish, they can drink poison. We see it with our eyes. You see, they talk about the jenkem and other drinks, lutuku, and things like that. These people, our brothers and sisters, they are exposed to be a young boy of 13 years, a young boy of 16 years drinking lutuku because he has nowhere to sleep. When he drinks lutuku, he gets off knowledge and he sleeps on the street until the morning after. And the people are laughing at them. I don't laugh at them. I cry. When I come to Zambia for my holidays, I look at these people. I cry. I call them. I take them to have a meal, a hot meal. Because no one can be happy to see a young man of 16 years, a young man of 14 years sleeping in the streets in Kitwe, in Ndola, in Lusaka, in Kabwe, in Livingstone. And nobody cries. We are elderly, responsible. And some of our leaders, the members of parliament, they laugh, they smile. How do you smile if hundreds of young people, they sleep on the streets? How do you manage to smile? So, for this and many other reasons, I will always come on this platform to speak, because all of us, how I would love to have a leader or part of the government, yourself, Bapumulos Tumbeko. You have been here, my dear sister, for many years. You have been here. Nobody has paid you money.
No, but
How many people have been on the platform? Nobody has paid them money.
mm-hmm.
And also, I'm not going to praise myself, but also, nobody has paid me money. Even if I campaign for Hakainde Hichilema,
The two of
I
us, we
campaigned for
are
Hakainde Hichilema, he won the elections,
yeah.
and he has never given me even a kobo.
Not even a thank you. Not even
Not even
a
a
word.
thank you.
Yes, not even a word. But
Thank you so much.
yourself as well, Don Oscar, hats off to you. You have the love for Zambia. Your love is beyond even what I've done, because you have given your life to the service of the Lord. You are a priest. Welcome, Joseph. So that's, you have given your life as a priest to work for the people. So that speaks volumes, Many people, they can't sacrifice their life. It's a sacrifice that you have made to work for the Lord. So we just thank God for your life, and that we wish we could have many people not only serving the Lord in the church, but you have also stepped out of the church to serve the Lord on a political platforms such as this one and many others. And unfortunately for you and me, we were part of a platform of people who campaigned to this government, who has brought great misery and suffering to this country. And this is very unfortunate.
Just a minute, Wapumulo. I want to answer to this. Just a minute. Observe what Chiwempala Media is speaking. Chiwempala Media is a media of young people, young men and boys who are supported by Elas Munsha. So now look at what Chiwempala Media, a media which was supported by Elas Munsha, look at what they are writing now. Read it for me. Read it for me, please. And I want to address them.
On their page, Chiwempala Media.
No, on your page. Look at what. Look.
Oh, in the comment. Okay.
Yes, please. In the comment, look at what they have written. Chiwempala Media is a young people from
Chiwempala Media, believe me or not, 95% of Zambian who stays in diaspora, who speak politics in Zambia, they rent toilets.
Yes, and then go ahead. Go ahead.
You can't scared prison because you are speaking from your rented toilet.
Okay. Now,
all right. So yeah.
I want now to allow me to say a word before you can continue what you're saying.
Does it look like does this look like a toilet?
No, my dear sister. No, just allow me, because
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So now, by Chiwempala Media, you are a media which was formed by Elas Munsha, Ambassador Elas Munsha, who has been in Australia, and we campaigned with him. I campaigned with Elas Munsha by Chiwempala. Today you insult me. Today you insult me that I stay in a toilet. Thank you so much for your insults. I'm not going to answer you. I won't tell you where I stay. But I will welcome you when you say that we stay in a toilet. And you think that we are scared of prison. First of all, why should I be scared of a prison when I'm not committed any crime? Because I am a citizen, a law-abiding citizen. But to empower media, I am a law-abiding citizen. I respect the Constitution and I respect the rule of law. So You can insult me. It's okay. We accept the insults. But what I'm not going to accept, Bachuempala Media, is for you to start lying to the Zambian people. I'm not going. I would have loved to do some exorcism for you. I would have done some exorcism, but I cannot do it because you are not a Catholic. You don't understand these things. Now, I just want to tell you something very serious. Chiwempala Media, who are supporting Dr. Elas Munsha, now that you think you are finding yourself in a so difficult situation, you are humiliating and insulting the Zambian people. I am just one of the Zambian people that you are insulting. Insulting me that I stay in a toilet. It's shameful to you yourself, because that's why I come on the public. I want to show you. So for you, this is the toilet. For you, Chiwempala Media, this is a toilet.
Let him come on camera to Lanjomo.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the words. That, my dear brother, tell Elas Munsha, who finances you, he gives you money, he gives you cash. Tell him, where I stay, Elas Munsha will be dreaming. My job, Elas Munsha will be dreaming. I don't dream to become an ambassador. I don't dream to become a high commissioner. I have a noble responsibility. And where I stay, who works for me, who serves me, they are more than what you can expect. You don't deserve that I explain to you what happened. You don't deserve. But you Impala Media, yeah, I understand. You do it as comedian, but you are not doing comedian on this platform. You are just insulting people. You are insulting the Zambian people. Remember, social networking never forgets. What you are writing today will remain. Will remain. And one day, whether we are going to die, I might die, you might kill me. But what you are writing will remain in the domain of the Zambian people. And they will call you to responsibility. Chiwempala Media of Elas Munsha. They will call you to responsibility. Not us. Not in 10 years' time. Not in 20 years' time. Not in 20, 90 years. But maybe after 20, 90 years, someone will come back and will call you Chiwempala Media to responsibility. And your president, Hakainde Hichilema, told you, you are on your own when you commit a crime. I know you don't have money. You don't have anything. You don't have a lawyer. You don't have wisdom. I know that. But I cannot ask you to pay for your consequences. But I've just warned you, and I've just warned you what the law is all about. Sooner or later, the law might visit you. I don't know whether we are a brother or whether you are a sister. Anyway, but you Impala Media, what a shame. And that you are financed by Elas Munsha. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. Thank you very much for more. Thank you.
Anyway, ababa bachiwempala media namukwate miranduko market nabo chamwaisa mkulembefya bupuba pano. Behave yourself. Okay? Market nabo chakuchiwempala oko. Muleti poshani. Ifo fwe baisa mukulanda ti market ya pyashani mulambo kula tuwe bati tuikala muma toilet. So we can suspect you. Because JJ Banda nalanda ti ini plani ya babeni ya baleteka. Kuyamkulaho chama market so that wambyo kuforesha abantu amabunga. JJ Banda explained ukwe bati abaleteka bali chitahaya a election company, auditing company, kachinga baita tishani company yo, to come and help them rigging my election. So e company ro ya ile throughout Zambia yesa sango kwebati ba UPND kuma Copper Beauty Muchinga, you know, Northern Lusaka, they are ranging between 10% to 5% vote over quad. So the company said that way, your numbers are too low, we can't rig. Kuchtuama for rigging, and if you are mulefka pari 40%, we can help you rig because we only can manipulate 10%. So number, if in there under I quote JJ Banda, ewachira londorora katambeni video ya, don't kunji wat Queen Pumia. I am quoting JJ Banda for Chidalanda. Ukwebati imake chibochere is the beginning of many markets to burn, and the gassing will also start, so that as these markets are being burnt, ba UPND no babakula imoku ya mkuforesha abantu amabunga notuma envelope so they can win the vote. So JJ Achilando kwebati ngabami pene shoshi nempia akudieni don't kubeba but shimpia shimoni blood money so mwesh peperera. Tell your relatives if they receive money from these people, let them pray for the money before they use it. But take that money, it's public fund. A lot of things are happening today. You know, we have seen Wachamku Congo Empia for fertilizer. The same people, they are negotiating to increase civil servants' pay. They went to Nakonde to commission an airport. It's all lies. How can they increase the salary of civil servants when they have failed to pay the suppliers? How can they say Balaisula Airport when Tabakwete Mpia Shakulipira Obashtako Bunga? These are the same lies we are seeing. They have started promising the lies as the election is approaching. So let's not fall for this trap. Ngabami pele mpia mwema civil servants shipoke nimpia shen. If you para yo bakakula airport, tabakakula airport, tibakula shani airport, bale Kongola impia ya kulipira ma farmers. How is that? How can that happen? We have seen your president, Namibian president, the woman, she has paid off $750 million in one day na leli pide Kongole. If we forget with the government yaba umyaba Zambia ma technocracy, Champions League, but them Kongole impia sha kulipira ma farmers. This is November. What is going on? So we are here to say, please, when Zambia lembe sheni, kalembe sheni ukuvota. If you have a voter's card, make sure you check the details to make sure your information is correct, your voting location, your names and everything is correct, because muke sarira. So to the panel, and we are talking to say this government has failed and it must go. Bill 7 Taya Kapite, God forbid. There are articles which have been written by Sishuwa Sishuwa regarding this same burning of the Chiwempala market, and then Rehamonga already issued a statement about gassing. Okay, now we are having gassing and burnings all over again. What happened?
You remember, Madam President, that gassing actually started from Chingola.
Yes.
You remember that?
Uyo Chiwempala what some kututukana pani suspect. He's because they chase some kututukana ifwe. Tule twaisa mkuirisha na panwati market na bocha. Aleba tuikala muma toilet. Olonjikale muma toilet. So what? I am living Shafwa. Whether ndipa toilet or pampanga, you don't pay me to be to live my life here. You don't. I don't go to UPND to collect any penny. Olo mutu kane no kona we so back to sender.
That is how they are. We know the DNA.
Ako tukane nifya pa back to sender no kona we sa we kala muchimbusu. In fact, not even toilet. No kona we so ekala muchimbusu mu pitch latrine. Don't come here and tell us nonsense. Cause never we can dish it.
We know the DNA.
You are on mute. Munipa mute by Donoska. You are on mute.
Wapumulo namushiwa lekeni watukane we will be just be answering them. Namushiwa lekeni watukane, it's okay, but there is also a word. I understand. I can remember the voice you could talk TikTok. Our children,
Joseph. Yeah.
Sorry?
By Joseph's, he's on TikTok.
By Joseph, yeah, very, very good contributor all the time. By Joseph, keep it up. Thank you so much. Whatever you do, your contribution, my dear brother Joseph, speaking, we have to speak. Muchibemba, by Joseph, Bapomolo, and myself, and many other people who are following this platform. Muchibemba, Varanda T, umweo wa muntu waba mukutwi. Now wekisha umweo wa muntu waba mukutwi. Umweo is different from the heart. The heart can beep, and the heart sometimes fails to do its job. When you have a heart attack, you die. Like ECL. ECL died because the heart cannot do its function any longer. Number umweo is quite impossible to stop it. So, by ECL 5 months since he died, people are still speaking about ECL because umweo wakwa ECL waliachi. Zambia is a Christian nation. Zambia does not tolerate homosexuality. Zambia respects the diversity of the tribes. Zambia respects all those foreigners who come into the country as long as they respect the Constitution of the Republic of Zambia and the rule of law. That is Zambia. So, okay, if we could sumina, me, I'm going to accept. I'm going to accept to be insulted. I've been insulted. Nabantu bachirifetali batukensere. Chirifetali alitukana wa Bishop Bandensere. We accept it. That is not going to. It doesn't change my personality. My personality is this. I've come here in Europe, in Italy, and I've been entrusted to govern a people of about 5,000 Italians. But I'm a Zambian person, and I'm a black person. So 5,000 people under my governance as a Zambian person. It means a lot. This is not a toilet. It's not the same toilet that President Hakainde Hichilema went in Kitwe in Chimwemwe to go and inaugurate. By UPND. Vachuempala. This is not the same toilet. This is called responsibility and governance, capacity to speak to the hearts and the intelligence of families up to 5,000 families. So today I'm obliged to speak to you in these terms because you are offending people's integrity. Not only my integrity, I don't mind. You are not going to change anything of my life if you offend me. But when you offend people's integrity, like Pumulo Stumbeko, the owner of this show, me, I'm just somebody who has come on her platform to participate. Bachiwempala imwe media of Elasmuisha. Bachiwempala media of Elasmuisha. This is what you should remember.
Sponsored by Elias Musha. By
Sponsored by
Elias
Elasmuisha. Yes. Yes. Sponsored by Elasmuisha. So now,
Elias Musha tali sevana.
if we tatufula bachiwempala, we don't address ourselves in the public.
Like any two
So we don't.
Chiwempala media yo muleba nakwe diplomatic. Uli Elias Musha ali sendele abantu pa page pamwakwe. We helped him campaign. Kanshi, he was a cheater number one. Ali she rate his UPND paper. Elias Mushari paper the whole country. Initially UPND netulandira balanda. But out of the whole TV backward, he was the number one to get a job kulia. Ko Australia, a maskan so wale kala mutoilet ni nani. Okay, Elias Mushangali kwete life ku Canada kulia. Why did he get a job in Canada? So wale kala muto panti ne panope no ponjikere. In 2020, I was in this same toilet. I was talking from this same seat in 2021 on TV bakwetu. But Elias Munsha, afuma ku Canada kulia, afuma ku Canada ayaku Australia. So nishuwa mu toilet ni nani? Waleruisha a meal ticket to get a job ni nani?
Mama President, you know, what I've come to learn about the UPND sympathizers, they do not have any message apart from the insults. And that's what they are good at. That's
from 2022. You've been insulting me, so you won't break me. Ngamwantukana fye back to sender no kona wisoro mukantuke.
We don't mind, provided we stand for justice and we are patriotic to Zambia. That is our call.
And expose your evil deeds. If I talk like ulula.com. So ili ashiri fumine jeje banda le soka bantu muma market bonse mule senda makatundu yenu muma market ili ashiri achisana jeje banda. He's saying they are going to intensify burning markets. So
that message actually resonates well and true and right at the same time, because the truth of the matter is it is a well-known factor that UPND doesn't stand a chance. Nobody would vote for UPND apart from, you know, their own sympathizers who never change.
No, Papa.
It's actually, you can actually tell they are just about 2% of voters. This is the reality. The majority of people that vote, the civil servants, the ordinary Zambians, their minds are made. I was here today, I was listening to a sister who told me she does poetry. Now, because of this issue of load shedding, she ordered day-old chicks 3 months ago. She's not able to receive those because the hatchers are telling them to say we are unable to do this because we are having electricity problems. Now, this is an economy, okay? These contribute to the economy. That industry of chicken rearing actually does feed into our economy. Then someone comes today and say the economy is doing fine. Tell me how. You have killed the industries, all right? You have killed the small businesses, the barber shops, the saloons, the welders. How is this economy doing well if it is not just the manipulation of figures and numbers to portray this is what is happening, when actually on the ground that is not the case? And this is why I agree with what JJ Banda is saying. It is true, it is possible. Zambians ought to be vigilant. Zambians ought to know, please, when you are knocking off, don't leave your items in markets, otherwise you lose. And the worst thing is that you find most of these makeshift stores in these markets are not even insured, meaning if those things are bent, you will have lost and lost for good. What governments like this do, they create artificial poverty. What we have in Zambia, it is unnecessary poverty that can actually be avoided if people were given the right environment in order for them to work. Zambians, contrary to what we are being called now as lazy people, we are hard-working people. You know, women wake up 04 going to Soweto to buy tomato, vegetables to go and sell. Those are hard-working women. Men wake up early pushing wheelbarrows to make sure that they're able to make money and provide for their families. We have young people that have ventured into farming, but the problem that is there is fertilizers are expensive. You know, things are expensive such that any normal Zambian that wants to do something for themselves, the system is failing them. The little money that they raise, the little capital that they pump into business is swept away because the economy deliberately is not doing fine. So these people understand there are only two ways that you can win an election. It's either people are impressed with your work. Now, if people are not impressed with what you've done, you have to find a way of manipulating them. So in this case, this is going to be create poverty, so that you go out and give them handouts, then they'll praise you that you are a good person, when in the actual sense, you created this. UPND have failed. They have failed in infrastructure, they have failed economically, they have failed socially, you know, democratically, they have failed. So what is it that they're gonna do to convince Zambians in any way? The truth of the matter, Zambians cannot be convinced. The only thing is create a situation that is going to allow them do what they want to do. So indeed, I agree with you, Mama President. I agree with JJ Banda. We are going to experience a lot of challenges. A lot of challenges. I did mention here to say, when we remember very well, the issue of gassing had started from the Copper Belt, specifically Chingola, and then it spreads throughout the country. And when you see those volatile places, you know, Copper Belt is a very sensitive province. And anything that comes from there begins to burn, you know, like fire throughout. So indeed, we are going to experience a lot of harsh situations. As Zambians people, let us be ready, let us be prepared. When they come with these things, let us get, because it is just for a moment. What happens after 5 years, after you give them, you know, a vote, you go back to the very challenges that we've been facing. You know, people have cried, people have spoken that, you know,
just a second, my brother. Now, I've just seen this message. Sorry, I follow what the listeners and the viewers they're keeping in touch with what we are saying. There's a gentleman called Yasan Tembo. He's saying, listen to what he has said. They going door to door to give the voter card with the laptops. Now, I'm requesting to Yasen Tembo, can you verify this information, please? Can you verify this information? Thank you so much. So, my brother, no, yeah. Sorry for disturbing you, but I wanted to ask Yasin Tembo, please, can you verify this? Can you verify it? Thank you so much.
The other thing, in line with what you said, Father, one of the challenges that we have right now is, there is a team that is actually collecting, all right, information, your registration card, the registration card, and Zambians, be very, very careful. They're going to come with all these. You know, you'll have voted already. The moment you surrender, you know, those documents, your age, your voter's card, you'll have voted already, because these people know they can't win an election outrightly, so they have to use underhand methods. And so let us be vigilant as Zambians. Do not surrender those personal documents. You can only use that when going to vote. Nobody has the right to request for that, your ID and your voter's card. Those are personal, confidential documents. Please, Zambians, do not release them to anybody, regardless of what they bring. They're going to come and say, like they did somewhere in Wapula, or give us your word, and then they were giving them 100 kwachas and things like that, and people were complaining, they got my rate, they never gave it back to me. It is the same thing. It's better you starve today for the better of tomorrow. You cannot let go of your document over 100 kwacha. What 100 kwacha do? Today, 100 kwacha cannot even afford a bag of mini meal, not even a 10 kg. So it's worthless. It's worthless. Let's not bow down to poverty. Let's not bow down to, oppression, using poverty, hunger, starvation. Let us stand up. We are Zambians. We've always stood up. We've always worked ourselves out of any challenge. Be it economically, we work hard. We are Zambians. Our lives are not dependent on politicians. Our lives are entirely dependent on the good work that we put in ourselves, not handouts. This is who we are. We have the DNA that fights. We have the DNA that works. We have the DNA that prospers. It's not about a politician. These have failed us. They have failed themselves. We gave them an opportunity, but we cannot trust them again. We should not trust them again. Let us build a better Zambia where everyone will feel included. Whether I'm Tonga, whether I'm Lozi, whether I'm Bemba, I should feel Zambian. I should feel Zambian because I'm Zambian before any tribe. I should be able to walk in any place and work without looking at my name. But just the fact that I'm a Zambian, my ID should qualify me to be a Zambian at any given place of work or whatever it is, or association. Let us fight back as Zambians. We've always stood up for our democracy. This is a time in 2026 to stand up and voice out and say democracy is a vehicle for prosperity. Without democracy, we cannot prosper. Democracy is for the rule of democracy is the engine of the rule of law. Without democracy, the separation of power, we cannot have the rule of law that is always preached by our president. This we should keep in mind. Let us know as we go in 2026, let us understand that we are going to remove this idea where a former president dies and he cannot be buried for 5 months because somebody has decided it will not happen. Let us take back our Zambia. We are a dignified people that are recognized worldwide, except for this time of our season in our country. We are a people that have always sung a song, we stand free. We are one. In every situation, we have stood out. The same way we've cooperated in the games of soccer, that is how we've always been as Zambians. So my appeal to you, those of you that have not registered as voters, please go and register and vote. Go and register. We will need to vote in 2026. The things have to change. This is not the Zambia that we knew. We were a Zambia when people talk about our president, we would hear the good things that would come out of wherever our president has gone. I remember when Chiluba stood up in the UN and he spoke. Indeed, Zambia was put on a map. This is who we are. We are a Zambia where people knew us. Everywhere you go, someone will ask you, you are from Zambia, where Karusha Walia comes from. Yes, that is the place. But now, wherever you go, are you from Zambia where people have failed to bury a president? That
Yes.
is what we want. I think
you are right.
Thank you, Angel G. Welcome, Donoska. We are here, and today is another day where reality is sinking in. 5 months. 5 months, the barrier is outstanding. And yet we had a president who flew by night. This is one thing which JJ talked about, and he put it so clearly. Like, how can Hakainde live at 2 a.m. Tanzania, where 1,000 lives have been sacrificed? And the way JJ said it, he said he has refused to go to meetings where there is no bloodshed. Kuma said balakana ku UN balakana. Right now they are somewhere Kachinga ku Hague. There is a meeting somewhere, international meeting. Haimbe is representing. But let's where people died. Why mean short notice? Because that thing, if you achitike ku Tanzania, it wasn't planned. There was no plan ukweba chikwala for abantu 1,000. Abantu bafa in a matter of hours. You know, so something which was all of a sudden to happen, he traveled with short notice to support the death of 1,000 people, 1,000 lives. Our president went there to stand to support the woman who is a presidency over ashes, over bloodshed. Our president went. But where there are just people going to talk about advancement of Africa and the global whatever, he doesn't want to go. But he picked a place where around 1,000 now. He went to talk about bilateral relations and whatnot, and even he gave in some speech about himself. So
that president, Mama President, will not even last long. Why? Because already the international community has taken up that case. She's being investigated for that. The second thing is that, you know, she's gonna go to the Hague. She can't. They are going to once they have concluded, that woman will be stopped from flying out of Tanzania, going anywhere.
That woman is going to prison. The Tanzanian president is going to prison. The question is this: how would it feel if he goes to prison? Not only in prison in Tanzania, that woman will be arrested internationally.
Yes, in the head.
In the head, yes. Listen, my friend. I love Israel myself because I'm a Christian and Jesus Christ was from Palestine. He was an Israelite, so I love Israel. But what Netanyahu did in Israel with the Palestinians was wrong. Killing people is never a good solution. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this because Netanyahu will be taken to court for investigations of what has happened in Israel. So get my words very clearly here. I love Israel for the history because I'm a Christian. And the Israel they gave us, Jesus Christ was from Palestine, who was a Jew from Israel, and I'm a Christian. That's why I love it. I love that country. Now, that said, the war now against the Palestinians, everyone, each and every one of us, we are condemning to say, please, can you hold on? They are kids. There are patients in hospitals. There are patients. There are old people. The young people. Can you stop it? Nothing happened. Now, Netanyahu would be taken to The Hague because of these actions. Here is my reasoning. If that can happen in Palestine, my colleagues here, Wapumulo, and those colleagues who are on TikTok, if this can happen in Palestine, what do you think this cannot happen in Tanzania with what has happened with the massacre of innocent protesters? They were only protesters, innocent protesters. They are not killing anyone. They are not stealing. They are not distracting. They are just all going on the roadside and protesting. What do you think is going to happen? It's a question of time. And this is what the UPND and also President Hakainde Hichilema, I am wishing. Your Excellency, President Hakainde Hichilema, this is a serious issue. People have died. People have died. Young people going in the streets just to protest. They don't like a president. They have the right. I don't like Sami. I don't like this. They have the right. But do they really deserve a bullet? That's a question. If they protest, we don't like Sami to go for the second term. But do you think they deserve a bullet? That's a question. And my answer is nobody deserves a bullet. No one. There is a court of law. There is judgment. It's prosecution. Why can't we leave these people, if they are guilty, to be prosecuted? Why can't we do it? In Africa, why can't we do this thing? Why is it done only in Europe or in America? Prosecution. Why shouldn't it be not done in Africa? Why? Are we different? I'm a black person. Am I different from an Italian person? I'm not done. Why do they do it in Italy and we don't do it in Zambia? Why? Is it because of my color? Or is it because I'm not intelligent up here? Colleagues, these are serious questions I'm posing to you.
Thank you, Don Oscar. Angel G, you have a word. Before you come in, we are still on this Tanzania issue, but you can talk about whatever, any of the topics. So on this Tanzania issue, let's look at the timeline. So the elections were on 29th of October, 29, 30, 31, 1st November, 2nd November. So 4 days. Within 4 days, they had concluded that she won by 98%. within 4 days. Can you imagine? There are 30 million voters, approximately, I heard, I'm not sure. There are about 30 million voters in Tanzania. There was no power and there was no internet. So how did they count these 30 million votes? So if they say that 98% vote, so which means 28 million or somewhere there people voted. They were able to count 28 million of the votes within 4 days when the internet was shut down and power was shut down. And within 5 days, she was inaugurated or coronated. Mwebena Zambia. Coronation iwe shibenge mati na mkuchita sign off na mkuwa for munandi na mkusupport munandi. After 4 days, within 4 days of an election, they had counted over 98% of 30 million voters in 4 days. It is a sham. Just when you look at that, the timeline itself is a stinking corruption. The timeline of how everything happened is a stinking corruption. Ishitaya Chepa, in 4 days, you cannot count 28 million votes, which is 98% of them. Up within 4 days, you're now in a coronation on day 5 by 2 a.m. by Minyoshu. Palace Shovare Batungan, Sheffield JJ Achilalanda Padia. Kutuba Batunga and Oko Batunganya. Atukukuama meeting Tamuya, no Mbokule Nunkiri, Miro Pamoima. Kutuba no Kutunganya Bushe. By Angel, the floor is yours.
Bushe, Buliaba, they were kissed up a video by Baba Bikira Page Pamiao. Bushe, Bulia, Bushe, Bulia Wupu, Nango, Mudio Wuloshi, Nangshan. So, Bushe. I've been in the back of you, Bushe Wup.
Barakano kwenda yota turashika balungu bacho kufiria abantu. 1,000 lives are dead. By Matu a.m. Tanzania pa ape japa kwa tuwaima na 7 a.m. Nimupe Tanzania. Kwa turenda na train. Indeke ni 30 minutes na ufika pada. By mine 2 a.m. kumache okuya kuya.
Why?
Echo balebe pusha tukuli mfasha abantu muleima kumacha. No mboku litia kulanda fyobuya ntanshi wa chalo yo mulelo sha. Bena Zambia salapkin. Go ahead, Mama.
Mama, I was just also listening to JJ Banda. He outlined a number of issues, and the problem with Zambians is they don't want to listen to such kind of thing when people are talking. They've also read, it's a same, I've read, I don't know if you've read the Sishuwa Sishuwa also article. It's saying the same thing that JJ was saying, meaning there is something going on which Zambians should be
worried.
You know, you should be worried. They should keep their ear. Sishuwa most of the times in Galemba articles. Galemba mungulu.
They get to Berenge if you are embedded to Sishuwa.
Lot of precision in there. The best thing, what the Lord has told me that Sishuwa wonders about those appointments of the DG and whatever. Sishuwa talked about those. They've come to pass. There was even another article, he wrote a long article 2 years ago when you read exactly what has happened. So meaning, when a person like Sishuwa writes something, Zambians, this issue of burning markets, it's a very big issue. I like what Joseph said. He rightly put it very clear, simple. Zambians are able to understand. They are making you vulnerable, but then that you know, Mama Joseph, you explained very well. I followed you as well. They are making Zambians vulnerable by making them hungry, by making them endure poverty. And then, what message? I think the issue here, what I've picked here is they don't have a message for 2026 campaign. Because they don't have a message for 2026 campaign, what are they going to tell the Zambians? Nothing. So what do? Let's create a situation. Out of this, we'll buy sympathy votes. You understand? Because Mr. Gandhi likes sympathy votes. Create this scenario, start burning markets. You burn the markets, you go and show sympathy, and you show as if you care. Because that's what I picked from Sishuwa Sishuwa's article. It will show that you care. Zambians, can I come and burn your house, and tomorrow I come and give you a 500. You built your house at 1 million. Today I come and give you a 500 kwacha. Do I care about you? Does that make me care about you?
Everybody cannot coach a market. Ever could a market bushe. Let them buy a moncho to my toilet to the bakula to my pitch tree. These people, they cannot be burning markets, so tabacula. Change by UPND bakula polo chimo. Eh?
Nothing apart from a toilets, Valela Dapo.
Ama toilets, Yalo, Moyambushe, Malo, but a party finger piamu.
Oh, you know, you create that kind of situation. So Zambians, wherever you are, Kwami Papa, Umfweni, and do, but therefore, Kulauchama market. So that in the Ramio market, I don't number I so quevachi, twice some Kumiafwa. No, but Mumo, they seem to more in the Lama become Mumu, moving to move become the market. Bambi become only 30 pin.
Now, for my dear, how can they help them? Because that market will be closed. No, but how much are they going to give these people? Because these marketeers every day, Nishinga bakala pera bantu. These people, they have been in a market their whole lives.
Document. Actually, I'm not going to idea stick up masala. It's in the same principle. Same principle. Voucher, then Kabia Nico, we are showing as if you care, but 1,000 kwacha. No, Nishua, but I'm a bag yakapente, bag yakapenta and take a ginishinga, 4,000, bag yakapenta or 4,000 or more than that. Bag ya beans, nishinga, bag yes, there are my band or yes, mashinga, Umuntu Navi come with your mochela. After Mocho, myself, could pay 1,000 kwacha's compensation on the river. Sure.
It's an insult because some families, Baba Mama market mudia forever. I have friends for whatever fiashibakwe. Bamu fiari kileba nina bashitisha munyamwine mu market. You know, there are families who are just been raised depending on those markets. So that 1,000 they are going to give the people. Are they going to sustain the? Is it this 1,000 going to be monthly until they rebuild the market? When they buy candy, it must be 1,000 monthly or even 2,000 monthly, because this market, they have been sustaining families forever. Those markets are old. Market. So number, they have taken away a livelihood of people to give them 1,000. How are they going to live for the rest of their lives? Because those markets need to be rebuilt. And they can't lie at wala kulama market. Sabakwe tempia. Awali amku Kongo lempia ya kulipira ama farmers. When our president kuliyakuna Namibia, and she's paying off in Congole. A woman, that Namibian president, she's paying off in Congole. Such people. Birds of a feather flock together. You should be worried that our president is hanging out with a woman who is a murderer. We would be happy if the president is hanging out now. The president who Namibia, money alleged. Mulenombo umuntu kula imatu yeye muku support umuntu waipaya abantu 1,000. Go ahead, Mama. Sorry for cutting you. Tiwafulwa.
Which was one. Yeah, so that's the issue which is at hand. And what the Banda was talking. It's a sad state of affair. What kind of a father can do that to the children? You go and burn your child house is simply because the and then after burning and there could think so otherwise I could atawe mwana wanje na understand if awe na kupera ko bunga na kupera ko nesh but ni sure one more cherere does that make you it's unfortunate Zambians are not able to understand some of these issues but if we Madam Dictator to kukomala pali fifinto Zambians isuka ni falakasa mwisike falakasa ba UPND tabakwa the message yak military 2026 all they want is to do all those funny things then ibamishiro kwebati they care to papa get whatever they will give you but register in numbers numbers can never say extend voter registration in the numbers this recorded few days we want to aqualisa especially by Lusaka. I looked at the numbers that now some posted on his page and I'm like, did he get these numbers from the ECZ or what? Because when I check, like Lusaka, the one Sandy, the registered voters, and then you have Southern with 71. You go to Northwestern, you go to Northwestern. Or to Western is I think was about 50 something, Northwestern 44. Then checking all that 20 something. Musinga said, what kind of madness is this? And people are saying this is rubbish. I said, look at the numbers. Don't look at these numbers and you say this is rubbish. There's a game going on here. Look at the trend. The trend you'll be able to tell to say there's something going on here. Numbers don't lie. They're trying to run a narrative to say these are the numbers so that should anything happen, we know what happened last time. We are in a chill for over supporter. You triangle papa Facebook, how they manipulated the information. Do you remember that, madam? He showed us the Excel of numbers, how they were manipulating. He showed us. Now they know to say we have to register this and this so that it will match to those numbers. Lusaka, that's the number in Mandev. The numbers in Kajama.
Facebook walipata feva HH every time every time kulanda paliwa HH somebody wrote and we just imwe ninewa ne watu mineva HH bali mkusupporta uli amadara woman uya oba kaka kanomba lini did you tell me did you see me tell HH to say go to Dodoma and be a guest of honor? Did you hear me say that? I will never let you come. So if we know we are just talking about what he's doing. So he should do the right thing. If he does the right thing to Kabatasha no Kubatasha. We are going to praise HH if he does the right thing. But woman madara is a wrong move. But HH warakano kwenda. Abe never become 5 months apata twashika balungu. Reason yota twashika balungu ni nani? Niba HH. Because if HH can stand down, the Lungu can proceed. Lungu family can proceed and bury ECL. But Mwaria Abika Pochi lawsuit. So problem ni nani? Ni wala later lawsuit here problem balungu tatwa bashika. So don't tell us here when we are calling out the problem at Waripata by HH. No. You want us to rumba neti ya bupuba. Uko kwine. Go ahead, Mama G. But if I told rumba fenef shilingi deva HH to ida balande fili. And yet why HH was in opposition for 20 years. Who stopped him from talking? Nobody. So why should you stop us from talking?
But Joseph Kutubalanda for analyze a few minutes. Give me 2 minutes.
Iwe kuti balakulira ku Tanzania kwalifu abantu 1000 mwamona elo ba HH bayima bayamukuba guest of honor kulya all ceremonies events ile chika mu kyalo ba HH balakana okwenda tinderosha ku SADC tabaire ku UN tabaire baire fumaka pene baire ku Scotland kuyana kwenda that trip ya ku Scotland abantu balirande fintu ifibi the Scotland went to the trip he went to Scotland, it coincided with the Masonic annual meeting. So there was a bunch of controversy for that Scotland meeting by it. Right now, Hakainde is out of the country. So now why go support a woman who is gotten presidency over bloodshed? 1,000 lives dead. Abantu bale bashika ma plastic bag. Eh? That election, they are saying there were over approximately 30 million registered voters. How can they count 30 million votes in 4 days? Internet barishima. Mule kwata mano mwatonto tekula support tafi. Don't be primitive by supporting someone just because he's from your same area or region. That's primitivity. Mukoche chalo. Mulolele shama issues before you support anyone. Look at the issues. Tulelanda pasoma market na yamba. Let me read that Koyaba Sishuwa Sishuwa. What he's saying. Sishuwa Sishuwa. Watch out for more UPND-induced fires in opposition strongholds. Some of us know a lot about what Hakainde Hichilema is doing to try and retain power. We know the help that the president sent to Madam Dictator before he traveled for the bloody coronation and what he expects in return. Mwaumfa, I know the contents of the meeting that Hichilema held last Friday until 2 a.m. and with whom. Some of us have already seen asset declarations that Hichilema and Edgar Lungu made to the Electoral Commission in May 2021 during their nominations for presidency. At the right time, I will publish them. Zambians would then hopefully understand the extent of the president's involvement in Zambia's economy, whether his policies are deliberately designed to benefit companies which he has interest, and why the president has repeatedly refused to publish the value of his assets despite being elected on a platform of accountability and transparency. Meanwhile, the strategy of trying to win support in urban areas where Hichilema has grown extremely unpopular, some officials in the government has resolved to be setting ablaze a number of markets in opposition strongholds, mainly Copperbelt, Lusaka, so that they can be giving out handouts to victims as a show of care from the presidency, who's the leader of marketeers should thereafter vote for. In fact, the implementation of this strategy is already underway. So, Bali Ochama market, my bot buying. The first included fire took place on night of September 16, 2025, Kapalala market in Ndola, okay? Leaving one person dead, thousands of property destroyed. Less than a week later, Nalumango appeared on the scene and announced that the affected traders would receive a bag of mini meal, cooking oil, beans, one-time payment of 1,000 kwacha to help them recover from the devastating loss. The second induced fire occurred this week, November, in Chiwempala market. This one also saw goods worth millions of kwacha destroyed, like the one in Ndola. The cause of the Chiwempala inferno is yet to be established and will likely be not conclusively be established. I do know, however, that the senior UPND government officials, like murderers returning to the crime scene, are already lining up to go and pledge assistance to the affected victims as a show of care. This is their playbook. Induce the fire, claim ignorance about its cause, turn up on the scene and perform care, and hope the victims can now poorer. Therefore, will vote for the caring government led by our dear leader. It is evil. These people are doing this, but it's not new. That article is written by Sishuwa Sishuwa. Yeah, I'm wondering, it's a lengthy article, but you know, what can we say apart from kwisula abantu amenso poke nefe bala mipela but kwishi bapa kuvotera chap is all we can say. So twala isala pa Facebook, we'll remain on TikTok. Yeah, we're gonna close on Facebook. Otherwise, we are celebrating, guys. We have reached 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys, and watch all the videos that you have missed, especially remember the TikTok. We have the full videos on YouTube. So we have 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. What a journey. What a journey. So by Facebook to Aisala, see you on TikTok. It's a chat group. Remember the TikTok, if you want to come in and discuss, you can come up and discuss. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you, love you. We continue praying for the Lungu family. Yes, it's been a long 5 months for the Lungu family, but we pray that they stay strong. We pray that all the insults that Chilufya Tayali is sending to Mama Esther, we send them back to sender. I heard a clip yesterday, Chilufya Tayali saying that at this point, to confirm by Esther Lungu ba upwa. I was like, what an insult. I am a married woman, but God forbid, should anything happen, I am not going to get married. I'll spend the rest of my days looking after my grandchildren and community service. Nomba uyatayali. How can he be saying at Lungu to confafia chibau? What an insult. Tayali should tell his mother.
Madam President,
imagine. In fact, you can tell him if interfere what yai kulika. Nipa page pamwandi I can rant. No wish to talk time. This, whatever we are discussing here, is on social media. Sishuwa vale atile kokulanda pa yuwa katuishi fefi nema tumukunji wata alarming. Tebafu ature landa.
What are you alarming? You are reading a statement that was written by an academician. Are you dreaming those things from your head?
But let them go to Sishuwa and ask him where he is. Okwale funya information. Inendela and Sishuwa actually land. Tamwatu isale pakanwa.
Na jaja na stand up with you. So ngamulebe if you are kanibala never stop talking.
Tayali kale bati bana Lungu bala upwa. Kewe no koka akopwe. You people, you think if you is everything, there is a time and a place for everything. How can you tell your mother who is a badi kwata be shuru no badi kula ati mupweni? That is an insult. Tayali, go and tell your mother to get married.
Madam President, Tayali is one stupid idiot. You know, kutuwa papa no kwa kulire, nga kulire shanyuliwa.
File banyina tayari tubamona kuti amkoya banyina tayari ati mwala tukonfata ati na mupwa mayo.
A disrespectful person in Zambia is actually tired.
Once.
Very disrespectful.
You are not even a woman. Like, you don't understand how a woman's sexuality works. Okay? That's why to me funde number traditionally like inema mbuya bambuya balenjiba chifoto wale upira fyo kufyala abana unamayo nga afyala abana nishito yako yapwa. That's why mule mona chikwadi banempali abengi aba umefe finenga bali upe umwa umenga ali upire mwana kashindia youth. When they grow old, the other woman kumana. That's why they send them to marry younger women, because women, once you reach menopause and whatever, your hormonal imbalance, inflammatory juice, you even stop number. Ukukwata yama desires. Until death. So it is ignorant of Tayali to even start insulting a woman on her sexuality. A grown woman. Eh? Oh, Tayali tasambirira.
Joseph Valeranda. Safina abantu balando kweba tayari nimbwa anu ngatali nimbwa ngatala ndese agenda tayari nimbwa. If it was not a dog,
when he poppy once tayari ni poppy
small poppy
okuya balaba Esther Lungu ni banyina so kuchwa yamkwe baba banoko abakulu ba great grandmother ati nishta mwaupirwa. Eh? In I'm in my 50s. I'm like, you know what? God forbid. Now you I have a husband, but if anything were to happen to my husband, in that way. Eh? Because we women quite a biological clock. The biological clock is ticking. We women, we are on a timer. We are not like you men who can perform sexual activities until you are 120. So for someone to come and tell me, a great grandmother in my 60s, that in the fire okupa, bush waripenoro waripenene, ukai pusha no kwecho tabaupi. Okay, mkula baba nina baba nobe achimule upa. Very stupid.
That's why I let that be every
that is witchcraft. Because you can't be in your 60s or 70s. It's not normal. Because your biology yakana. So it's only like not one or two no niche. You are a witch or a bulosh. Go ahead, Mama Banyembe Moisen. We know. I